from Alec and Ireland enrolled Wigan at full strength, and how does one begin to describe that side? Internationals from South Africa in Ray Maltz, Australia, Greg Dowling and Ella, New Zealand in Graham West, and a good sprinkling of Great Britain caps there. Obviously the bookmakers' favourites, but Hull Kingston Rovers, they've had problems all week. Regular supporters will not recognise the lack of Gary Prome in the team sheet and the lack of George Fairbairn, and also missing in that second row there at number 12 Phil Hogan. But it's a very, very strong side, and I think, being an ex-forward myself, I certainly like that pack, especially Gavin Miller, the number 13, one of the most creative players in the game. Excellent conditions. All the snow is gone. The groundsman Brian Cartwright worked very, very hard all week, and the pitch quite hard. First touch of the ball there for Ray Moore, South African wingman. Should be some good hard tackling in this, Alec.
Yes, and I think we'll find out early on, Ray, that it'll be the dominance of the two sets of forwards. It'll be interesting to see what happens, whether Wigan are prepared to take Hull Kingston on down the middle, because Hull Kingston are very, very strong in that area, but one or two penalties, because there should be some fierce tackling early on.
Wigan on the attack then in the traditional colours, cherry and white stripes. Oh, nice pass. Oh, and a good hand-off there. Andy Goodway, Great Britain cap. Wigan on the attack. Michael Ford. That's a good high ball. It's a difficult one. Oh, well taken. A fortunate bounce there for Hull Kingston Rovers. Referee in straight away. This is silly. This is stupid. Well, Alec, a lack of professionalism there on the part of some of those players.
Yes, it's a little bit unfortunate, Ray, but you can see how keen these two sides are. You know, there's a little bit of needle between the two, and it's only a storm in a teacup. You'll find out that John Holdsworth will just sort both of these out. He'll get the culprits early on. He'll give them a good talking to and say, "No, listen, any more of this and you're both in the bat, sunshine."
Yes, and I think the referee there, John Holdsworth from Leeds, it's his first final, and I don't think he'll stand any messing. Very silly. It was an innocuous movement. Mike Smith, the Hull KR number 3, he'd taken the pass. And I think it's significant that it's the youngsters of the side. It's Hampson and Laws there who playing in a big game. Probably not quite up to it yet. And a drop out. Well taken by Hampson. This youngster, Steve Hampson, just been brought into the Great Britain squad, out to Gill. What a knock. Got all the signs of a very hard match, this. These two clubs at the moment, possibly the Premier sides in the Rugby League, already hold 5 of the 6 major trophies that are played for in a season. Feeding. There should be an interesting battle in the scrums, Ali, because both of these sides got a 2-1 possession in the semi-finals.
Yes, and probably both hookers' way. It's very interesting to see where the ball is actually fed from the scrums, because you know, this little lad here now going back, Paul Arkin, if he's a good feeder of the scrum, and he'll probably want to have more possession than anybody else.
Wigan's tap penalty to Greg Dowling. Very big, strong Australian prop, this man. Kiss. Hull Kingston Rovers coach Roger Millward was saying earlier before the match that his side had concentrated a lot on defence this week. And here should be a good test. To Ford. Ella. They'll be looking after this man, Ellery Hanley. Any chance this man Ellery Hanley gets, 55 tries last season, any broken field running, there's an opportunity. And the sixth tackle. I think we'll see Wigan launch this ball again. It's a good one from Ford again. Oh, well taken. Excellent ball by John Lydiard, standing in for George Fairburn, but very well taken. No sign of nerves there. Rovers playing in the unfamiliar colours of this blue shirt and a red band, but of course this was the original colours when they were founded 103 years ago. Good run from John Doherty. Significant, Alec, taking a tap there, then kicking it to touch against this strong wind.
Yes, well, there is a strong wind blowing down the field in Wigan's favour, but Old Kingston Rovers, you know, they've been under a lot of pressure early on in the game, and I think they'll want to establish a position in the Wigan half. It's going to be very difficult because Wigan are also tackling well.
Well, Harkin keeping the ball low there to Raymond. With a knock-on. Well, I think the knock-on from that Paul Harkin kick really was for the Wigan fullback Steve Hampson. That's the spot where referee John Holsworth standing. So the first real attacking position now for Hull Kingston Rovers. Well, I had a letter from a viewer in Scotland who was asking me why these scrums kept collapsing. He felt that the blindside props were bringing the scrum down. I think there's a good opportunity to see what that reader was saying. I don't think referee Holsworth will stand any messing at these scrums, Alec.
No, he's a very strict referee, Ray, and he's going to have to be with these two teams because this will not be a game for little boys. It'll be a very physical game, a lot of ability, and a little bit of needle. But it should be a very exciting game.
Old Kingston Rovers that. First attack. Mike Smith playing in the centre at number 3. Is an experienced centre, but playing there in the absence of Gary Prone, been in the standoff position of late. Oh, good half break there from Paul Harkin. The scrum half, the man of the match last season when Rovers won this trophy, defeating their Humberside rivals Hull. And he's lost the ball. Nicky Kiss. Dowling, sensible play there from that prop forward, bringing it away. They call him the Wall in Australia, and he's built like one. Oh, that's a good ball. Hanley. These two lads, Gill and Ellery Hanley, there's certainly excitement when they get the ball. Here he is again, Henderson Gill. Steve Allen. And he's lost it. Harkin. Good strong driving run there from Zukemmer, one of the local Colts products in Hull. Harkin again. Oh, that's a good ball to Lydiard. I get the feeling, Alec, that this Paul Harkin's doing all the distribution.
Yes, he'll be the main man, and he'll be involved in everything that Old Kingston do on attack and on defence. He is the little general of the side. He's a very important player. But just watching the game, Ray, it strikes me now that Wigan realise that if they move the ball out wide to people like Hanley and Gill, they're going to stretch Old Kingston.
Yes, I think Old Kingston will probably want more of a forward game. Very strong pack this, especially in that front row of Johnson, Watkinson and Emmett. To win. forward, using that very, very strong wind behind him. Pushing it down. Excellent kick. Good grubber kick from this youngster. Again, a good product from the amateur game, from the Oldham St Anne's club. Sensibly using the wind, and it really is a very strong wind. 10 minutes gone, still no score. Gavin Miller trying to get that pack balance, trying to get it straight. Yes, not retiring to Ella. Ellery Hanley again. Ella. Good tackle from number 8 there, Peter Johnson, the Canterbury Bankstown prop in Australia. Ian Potter. Potter clutching hold of that ball. He certainly won't want to let possession go here. Dowling to West. He didn't like that, did he? An attempted drop from Dowling, and it is. Well, we don't often see prop forwards dropping goals. It's his first one of the season. We saw him get a hat-trick of tries in the semi-final against Lee. He was the man of the match, and here he is, drop goal.
Well, we don't often see forwards thinking and drop goals, but it's not how they go over, it's how you kick them, and that goes straight over for one good point.
And although the score only 1-0 at this early stage, I think it's more of a psychological benefit, that drop goal there from Greg Dowling. Gives the side that feeling of confidence. You are in the lead. John Doherty having great difficulty putting that ball down against this wind, and I think Wigan have got to get a good lead in this half, Alan.
Yes, I think they have to do, Ray, because there is a very, very strong wind. But what Kingston mustn't do is get involved in, a little bit of fisticuffs and a little bit too physical.
Well, certainly Ray Mort there, the ex-South African rugby union wingman, he didn't seem to not relish the physical. To West. Recently been out of the side, Graham West. He has had Achilles tendon trouble, but a very experienced forward. And that's a good kick there from Steve Ella. Excellent kick. Wigan again, using the wind. Mr. Zip Zip, they call this man, Steve Ella. More for his running, but that's using his head. And kicking always to that far touch line where the wind's blowing across. Gordon Smith to Emma. Gavin Miller. Oh, that was a good ball. That was a bad one. To Mort. He looks a strong lad, Alan.
He's a very strong lad, Ryan. Just looking at most of these South Africans, they seem very strong, just down from the legs, the big boys, and when they get the ball, if they can't go around you, they go straight through you.
David Stevenson then to put to touch. To win. Does really need a good defensive stint here from Hull Kingston Rovers, faced with this very, very strong wind. Forward. Oh, good pass from Graham West, using the blind side, trying to get Henderson Gill away, and I think a sensible move there from the forward, attempting to draw the Hull Kingston Rovers forwards across. Here's a good run, Wayne just couldn't get the ball away. Another attempted drop. Oh, knockout. And there's that man, number 8, Greg Dowling again. He's running around like a 2-year-old. And another one of those collapsed scrums, Ali.
Yes, it just looks like the front three, Ray, are not binding, and they're not actually not pushing as hard as what they should be.
It's an idiot. Gavin Miller. Wigan using this man, Greg Dowling, to absorb 2 or 3 tackles, take a lot of energy out of this Rovers side. There's a long time to go in the game. Stevenson. If anything, Alec, I think Wigan are overdoing the forward play.
Yes, I think Wigan have got to move the ball out. They've far too much ability in the 3 quarters to play it any other way. And when you think that they're putting Hull Kingston under a lot of pressure, every time they move the ball out, it's just staggers me how they keep playing down the middle.
Hammond. And of course, for this first half, against this win for Hull Kingston Rovers, it's a case of survival. Wigan ball. Dowling. I think he would have been better advised to have passed it out there, Greg Dowling, than dummy. Well anticipated by Hull Kingston Rovers, number 11, Chris Burton. He read the tackle, he read the run-around movement. But Wigan now edging near, 10 yards from the Rovers line. That's a good pass to Potter, and he's got a gap. No. Turned it inside, on a case really of too many cooks spoiling the broth there. Too many Wigan players.
Well, this is Ian Potter. I think he should have done a little bit better with this ball. A beautiful gap, and really outside was the ball. He flips it inside to Manley, who drops the ball, and from this there's a little bit of a skirmish. But I thought Wigan could have done a lot better with that.
And this really, I think, is a problem of a kick for John Doherty. He's only about 25 yards from the touchline, but it really will take some getting to that touchline. He'd probably try to keep the ball low, I would think. No, he doesn't. Well, I think he'd be content with that, just to have got the ball there. Watkins. Hull Kingston Rovers content to bring this ball away through the forwards. But that's a superb kick. Excellent kick from Paul Harkin. I well remember the final last year when he pinned Hull down in their half and outplayed Peter Sterling with these shrewd kicks to touch, and here he is again.
I think that's a very unusual sight, Ray, in rugby league, the ball actually going through the middle of the scrum. But I think we need now, both these sides should have settled down, and I'd like to see a little bit more pattern from both sides, what kind of a plan they're going to play. Obviously, we're going to have got to keep moving the ball out wide. I know Kingston hope they can get a break and somebody support them.
Yes, loose arm, and I think that's possibly been the reason why the scrums are collapsing here on the blind side. The loose arm, the hooker, Nicky Kister, not binding on his prop, Sean Wayne, causing that gap in the middle, and the second row's coming through. But it's a differential penalty. All the penalties from a scrum in rugby league are differential, other than foul play. And I think with 20 minutes played in this first half, Hull Kingston Rovers must be very, very pleased. And he's having a go at goal from...
No, I don't think he's actually ready. I don't think he's allowed to kick at goal. I think this is a plan which he hopes this ball is actually going to come round. But I cannot see how he's got a penalty from a differential penalty. I think this might be a plan move.
Well, it is. And a very good plan. Well, it fooled the commentators, it fooled everybody. But it didn't fool the Wigan defence. I must say, I've never seen that done in my life.
No, and, you know, John Dorier is the Australian player, and obviously Roger Millwood have been working this in training, and it was a very good plan indeed.
To Miller. Still anybody's ball. Smith to Kelly. Good attacking spell here from Rovers to Smith. Usually a scrum half, this New Zealand lad, Gordon Smith, but playing in the standoff position. Harkin. Oh, good ball from Miller to Smith. Oh, he's lost it. And just look who's the jack of all trades. Try scorer, drop goal kicker, and rescuer on the line, Greg Dowling. I think George Fairbairn getting a little bit excited, but I think he'll be pleased with his team's performance. Good run from Goodway. And Wigan, I think, have certainly got to get some points on the board this half. Ella. Well covered by David Laws. The Hull Kingston Rovers player receiving treatment. It looks to be John Lydiot, the fullback.
You can understand, Ray, why Ella then put the kick down. He realised that John Lydiot was out of position and there's no fullback. He was having treatment for an injury. And really, I think if the Wigan players had realised that, they could have had a try off it.
I think the kick was a little bit too deep, though, Alec, wasn't it?
Yes, but I think the intention was good.
Hansen. Just celebrated his inclusion in the Great Britain squad to playing the test matches against France, this youngster, the fullback for Wigan. And I get the feeling that this Hull Kingston Rovers defence is really disconcerting the Wigan side. They're not making the breaks, they're not making the penetration. Oh, that's a good ball to Raymond. He's got chances. Lydiot lose one man. Half a chance there for Mort.
Yes, and if anything then, Ray, he showed his lack of experience in rugby league, because he's just returned from rugby union. He's a very, very strong lad, and I think if he'd have thought then he could have looked inside or even come inside, but he went decided to go through the man.
Hanley. And the sixth tackle. Forward again. Oh, that's a good chip. Gill's under it. No, offside. Referee John Holsworth holding up his left hand, signifying 5 for the 5 yards. When the player in rugby league kicks the ball forward, no one can go inside 5 yards from the person who catches it. Well, Alec, I think with 15 minutes to go in this half, if you were coaching Hull Kingston Rovers, you'd be very happy.
I'd be very pleased, but I would say to the viewers who are just turning on, this is not a soccer match, this is rugby league, and the score is 1-0. We've seen a lot of hard play, we've seen very, very little of attacking football, but I think in the next 5 or 10 minutes, all them things will improve.
Yes, I think a final like this is very much like a boxing match. 8 or 9 rounds, trying each other out, and then somebody goes in.
Well, obviously, you've got to have that little bit of skill, Ray, and I think on both sides it needs that little bit of genius to be produced now.
Gavin Miller, certainly one loose forward who has the ability. To Mort. And an offside decision. Graham West, Wigan skipper, settling things down. Very experienced player, captain New Zealand and captain Wigan for a few years now.
I think that was interesting then, Ray, that Ray Mort actually was actually going for to throw the ball in then. I think he doesn't realise he's changed codes and he's not playing rugby union anymore.
Probably looking for a line out, Alec. West. Nicky Kiss. Oh, good ball to Ella. Team just dare not give this man a chance, this number 6. Forward. To Ella again. Just hadn't got the support when he put that first attempted to pass out. And that's a good ball for Hull Kingston Rovers prop Peter Johnson to get hold of. Again, I think we'll see Hull Kingston Rovers use these 6 tackles. They'll absorb the Wigan defence. Yes, play on. Brave play by Hampson. To Gill. Ella, good pass to Goodway. Oh, excellent pass to Mort. He certainly takes some putting down, this Springbok, Alan.
Yes, he's a big, strong lad, Ray, and I'm just thinking now that Wigan realise that they've got the strong win with them, and they need a try. They're putting Hull Kingston under a lot of pressure, and it wouldn't be surprising if it didn't pay dividends.
Forward. Still looking for that first try of the match. Nicky Kiss. And the 6th tackle. Wayne, he's in, yes. Oh, good opportunist there. Going straight from the acting half-back position. I don't think those Wigan spectators expected it. I don't even think the Wigan side did, but superb piece of opportunism there from that Great Britain under 21 skipper Sean Wayne. And it's Wigan 5, Rovers 0.
Well, it has been on the cards. Wigan tremendous amount of pressure. Sean Wayne here sees the gap, strong marking, little slap marking from Hull Kingston, and just managing to go over.
Good try there from Wayne. Had an unlucky season. He's had quite a lot of injuries that have kept him out of this side, but he'll relish that. And Stevenson, very strong wind behind him, should be a comfortable goal. 84 goals already, top point scorer in the game, 196 points this season. Should have no problems, and he doesn't. So 7 points to 0 for Wigan.
And the pressure's been on. Nicky Case, a good play of the ball here. A little bit of slap marking from Hull Kingston. Sean Wayne sees Peter Johnson, leaves a gap and thinks, I've got a chance here, and this is a very important try. The pressure's been on, and that's what Wigan needed.
And with 10 minutes to go, Alec, just the right time to score.
Oh yes, if you're going to put the knife in, Ray, 10 minutes before half-time is about the time to do it. But to be honest, Wigan look as though they're the side likely to score because they've got more flair in the backs. The forwards are doing the basics right, and Hull Kingston are losing quite a bit of ball.
Down. Well, BBC had a film on over the Christmas period, had it, Clash of the Titans. I think this pack...
yes, I wouldn't think there's any faint hearts out there, Ray, and if anybody was looking for people, big, strong lads to play rugby league, you'll find out there's 12 people out there who will not flinch an inch.
Smith to Emma. Oh, that was a good pass. Gary Miller. Not had much opportunity to see the skills of this lad Miller. With the fewer scrums in the game in rugby league now, one or two people begin to think that the creative route forward's gone out of the game, but still a room for them. And certainly there's room for creative scrum halves, and this is one lad, Paul Harkin. Dorahan. Now that's a difficult ball, swirling in the wind. But that's why Coach Maurice Bamford's brought him in the Great Britain squad. Steady as a rock.
Oh yes, and he's an excellent fielder of the ball, Ray. He gives the side in front of him a lot of confidence. He's only a little boy, but he's got a very big heart indeed.
And here's one with a big heart, Anderson Gill. He loves to come running away from acting half-back position. The number of times we see him coming from the wing and take that ball. Eller again, putting that ball down. And pinpoint accuracy. This is one of the aspects of Eller's game, the pinpoint accuracy of those kicks. And of course in rugby league, where the ball must bounce before going into touch, you've got to be all that more deadly in your accuracy. Harkin to feed the ball. And it's a strike against the head. To Allen. He runs about like a dancing dervish, this lad. Wade. Confidence coming in this lad since his try. Dowling. Yes, play on. The ball knocked down by Mike Smith for overs, so still Wigan in possession, 6 more tackles. To Potter. Oh, that was a good tackle. In fact, such a strong tackle that I think he's lost the ball. He did. Peter Johnson went straight into Ian Potter there. And just look who's at the bottom of it, Paul Harkin. And I think we can see Ian Potter still very, very groggy from that tackle. Donovan.
I think now, Ray, Hull Kingston Rovers will be open. You know, they can keep the score at 7 because really they're not showing a lot of ability to throw the ball about, and they're just hoping that people like Paul Harkin can keep them down in Wigan half and just hope for a break from somebody.
Interesting battle here between Ray Mort, the Wigan number 2, and David Laws. Hampson. Sean Wayne. It's interesting to see the Hull Rovers defence though, they're coming in very, very fast on the outside and turning Wigan back inside into the centre to keep the ball away from the wings, aren't they?
They're doing that, Ray, but also you're now finding that little individual players like this fella are taking chances and creating big gaps in the Hull Kingston Rovers side because they're a little bit tired and they're bunching all in the middle.
6 tackle. Sajal. West. Frantically trying to get the ball away, but no, the 6th tackle, the turnover in rugby league. After 6 tackles, ball now handed over to Hull Kingston Rovers. Wigan 7 points to 0 in the lead, but in all honesty, it's not a very big lead in these conditions. Good tackle from David Stevenson. To Darwin. Ball still going. Good pass, but just couldn't get hold of it. Ella hit his knee, and John Lydiate was on the spot. Very little between these two sides, but something got to give in this final here. Hull Kingston Rovers have won their last 9 successive matches, and Wigan, of course, are unbeaten in their last 17, so we couldn't have a better final. Is racing up inside to Gordon Smith again. Has he got the speed? I doubt it. No, good cover tackle from Raymond. Excellent movement there from Rovers. And a try at this stage with just 2 minutes to go before the half-time hooter would certainly put confidence into them. Oh, that's a bad bounce. I think Ellery Hanley looked as if his heart was in his mouth there. A very bad bounce, but it's very, very difficult in that swirling wind in the corner, Alan.
Yes, that was very good thinking by John Dory. He put the ball up knowing that the ball would hang in the wind, and it nearly resulted in a try, and Anderson Gill was very, very quick to go down to it. And this is it from John Dory. Just watch the ball as it swirls round. Look at Ellery Hanley. He doesn't know where it's going to bounce, and they both let it bounce. And then Anderson Gill has one go, he has another go, and fortunately comes up with the ball.
Yes, we can see from that corner flag there at the strength of this wind. And a 7-point lead to Wigan. This game's not over. Good ball to Lydiate, and he's in. Throws his arm in the air. He was only brought in this morning when Great Britain international George Fairbairn had to cry off, but he read the situation well, and a superb pass there on the blind side.
And here it comes again, a lovely ball from Paul Harkin, the little maestro himself, holds the ball, a perfection pass here. John Lydiate reads the situation well, goes for his life and bursts through for a try.
Yes, and Lydiate coming in the line now really trapped Henderson Gill out on the wing. He didn't leave his wing spot there just in case Gary Clark got the ball. But a very, very difficult kick. And if John Doherty could put this over, I'm sure coach Roger Millward would be delighted to go in at half-time with this score. But a very, very difficult kick for him, but he is in good form. 63 goals already this season. Taking over the goal kicking this year from George Fairbairn. Concentration. No, held up in the wind. Difficult kick. He was held in the wind, so 7 points to 4 for Wigan. 3 points difference now.
And this is a very, very important time for Kingston to score a try. In a good scrummage here, and Paul Harkin, the number 7, does well here. Holds the ball to perfection. A lovely ball, John Lydiard makes a gap, a bus could get through, and he's a strong lad, and he's good enough to score.
Wigan's Michael forward to restart. To Lydiard. 40 minutes of normal time up. Into injury time. There's the hooter. A fascinating contest. Not a spectacle so far, but I think that Wigan 7, Hull Kingston Rovers 4. Just that Dowling drop goal and Stevenson goal the difference, and I'm sure we're in for a fine second half.
French and the teams can oblige.
Yes, 7-4 Des, but I don't think the destination of that trophy is very settled yet. It's Hull Kingston Rovers now with the wind advantage behind, and that man Paul Harkin, we've seen his skills, his distribution and his kicking, put a lot of problems onto the Wigan side. But I really do think that the biggest problem Wigan have had, Alec, is this defensive screen that Hull Kingston Rovers have thrown around the midfield trio of Ella, Stevenson and Ellery Hanley.
Yes, and I think Wigan have been drawn into the kind of tactics that Hull Kingston want them to play. They're making them come down the middle instead of Wigan wanting the ball out wide to people like Hanley and Gill. But it could be very interesting in the second half. They brought a man on here, number 15, Nick Detroit, and this fella has got one of the biggest hearts in the world. He'll be running all the time, and I'm very amazed that he's been sat on the bench for 40 minutes.
Yes, another South African player from the Orange Free State, very strong lad, and brought on for Ian Potter. I felt that Ian Potter, when he went through towards the Rovers line, got a very, very hard tackle from Peter Johnson. He got up rather groggily. I commented on it at the time, but the lad gamely carried on. But obviously, coaches Alan McInnes and Colin Clark for Wigan feel he's not up to the second half. Michael Ford, oh, that was a bad kick. Yes, and Paul Harkin looks to have taken a knock on the ankle. That could be disastrous for Hull Kingston Rovers, I think, Alec, if he were to go off. But this is better now from Rovers. Good ball to Mike Smith. Very useful player, this lad. Certainly coach Millward won't want him going off the field. Gordon Smith. Interesting to see that half-back there, Gordon Smith, going into the ball-playing position there whilst Harkin's still receiving attention. Doherty, nice chip. Couldn't take the ball. But John Doherty, this ex-player from Illawarra in Australia, using the wind nicely there. Nice little chip through. Paul Harkin looks to be fit again. But that's one against the head. Rovers full-back John Lydiot's coming up nicely, Alan.
Yes, he's started to get into the game now, Ray, the number one from Hull Kingston Rovers. But the worst thing now that Wigan can do is allow Hull Kingston Rovers to score a try, because they've got this wind, and you'll find out that Doré, the number 6 from Hull Kingston, will be pulling the ball deep down in the field, and Wigan will be very, very lucky indeed to keep Hull Kingston Rovers out from this position.
And they've certainly established a scrum dominance, 4 scrums to 1 already. This very big front row of Johnson, Watkins and Emma dictating the possession figures. Kelly.
I do believe now, Ray, we've got mixed with this weather, we've got some snow as well, and this will make it a little bit more difficult, especially when Hull Kingston are putting the ball up like that.
Yes, we started off in brilliant sunshine, and now it's snowing. It could only happen in Yorkshire. 5 yards now from the Wigan line. Gavin Miller. That's a good pass, but that's an equally good tackle. Excellent tackle round the ankles there from Steve Ella. No. Peter Johnson trying to do the same trick as Sean Wayne, playing the ball to himself, looking for a try close in. But Greg Dowling came up with it. To Kiss. Good battle between these two rival number 9s. Watkinson, the Great Britain hooker. Kiss, reserve Great Britain hooker. Come on, referee, he says, give me a fair crack. Good way. To 4, Ella. That's a good kick. Pinning Rovers back. Emma. To Doherty. Harkin. Good handling there from Rovers, and that's the conditions they're having to put up with. Snow really coming down now. Paul Harkin. Well, I think Paul Harkin has been instructed to kick the ball to Raymort's wing, hoping for some inexperience there, but he's certainly giving the Hull Kingston Rovers defence a handful when he gets the ball. That's a good ball to Dutoit.
This could be one of Detroit's problems, Ray. When he gets the ball, he tends to tuck the ball under his arm and not release it. And Wigan will want him to be releasing his ball, because if they're going to win this match, they're going to have to start using the ball out wide to the flanks.
Well, 7-4 to Wigan. Ella. And the 6th tackle coming up. Any kick now could be a very, very difficult one. Swirling about in this wind, the snow, and there it is. Good judge. I think more luck than judgment for David Laws, but nevertheless saves the situation for Rovers. And I think John Lydiot, the full-back, was very, very thankful. Just in this top left-hand corner here at Ellen Road, the wind seems to swirl around in all different ways. That's a good heel to Ella. Ella again, good ball to Hampson. Oh, but a good tackle. Excellent tackle from Gary Clark. Read the situation well, left his wing, came into the centre, and it was necessary. Allows Hull Kingston Rovers to get that defensive line again. Ironic cheers from the Rovers crowd, but that's what happens when you're at the the hub of the play all the time, and Michael Ford invariably is. Rovers ball. Having a fine game, Paul Harkin, Alec.
Yes, and if there's anybody going to cause any problem, it's going to be this little number 7. He's very, very busy, and he's bringing these big forwards onto this ball. I do find now that I think old Kingston Rovers, if they start moving the ball out wide to people like Gary Clark, who's not actually had a pass away all through the game.
To Miller. Well, there are some groans coming from the spectators of the respective sides when one or two of these balls go to the floor, but the conditions out there now, very, very difficult, very wet, very windy and very cold. But that's one place where it is warm, in the scrum. To Wayne. Just couldn't get the ball over. Michael Ford. Henderson Gill disappointed with himself. Wigan hooker Nicky Kiss wanting the scrum to come across to him. Feeding. John Holsworth having a very good game, right on the spot. Seems to have settled both sides down, was well on top of that little bit of niggling that we had in the opening minutes. Now a chance for Wigan. 6 tackles coming up, 10 yards from the line. To Ford. Oh, good driving run. Sean Wayne looking for a second try. Ford. Dowling. Yes, and we can see Steve Ella there looking annoyed at that pass to Greg Dowling, and I think Dowling is too. He wasn't expecting that pass. There was no need to miss the man out, Alec, was there?
No, I think we're finding, Ray, that Wigan are playing this game, you know, with forwards on the wide outside. We have a situation here where Steve Ella gets the ball here and misses a man out to Greg Dowling. He wasn't expecting the ball, but they say in rugby league you should be watching at all times.
And Sean Wayne just receiving attention. I think when he went down there, the tackle forced his head into the ground. That ground was hard. It's had snow on all week and it's been hard underneath. And in that particular corner of the field, the underground heating hasn't been working this week. The groundsman, Brian Cartwright, had to wheelbarrow all the snow off. So I think that's what's happened. His head has hit that hard patch. But he's back in the fray. Still that 3-point difference for Wigan, 7 points to 4. And a penalty against Nicky Kiss, not allowing Hull Kingston Rovers to get down in the scrum. John Doherty keeping play to that far side of the field. That's where the wind's swirling about. Well, that's a bad kick. Straight to Stevenson. Very bad kick.
And it could also be a very costly kick, Ray, because instead of putting Hull Kingston Rovers on the attack, it's now put Wigan on the attack. And I think John Doherty would be very upset indeed if Wigan had to score a try from this part of the field.
Ella. Andy Goodway arguing there with Sean Wayne, very annoyed with himself. And there's the skipper. Good captaincy there from Graham West, settling the side down, having a word with him. The problem there was that Andy Goodway took his eyes off the ball. One of the classic pieces of coaching. Look at the ball as it's coming to you. Oh, that's a good push from Rovers.
I think there seems to be, Ray, at the Wigan side at the moment, is that they don't seem to have got a leader who's marshalling his forces, and they're just playing individual stuff. They've got to start playing as a team.
To Harkin. But Smith. Certainly these two half-backs, Alex, Smith and Harkin, are doing a lot of generalship, a lot of marshalling of this side, aren't they?
Yes, they are. The only problem is that, you know, they seem to find out that Hull Kingston Rovers just seem to lack that yard when it matters. And although Wigan are not playing exceptionally well, I don't think Hull Kingston Rovers are giving them many problems.
Hanley. Here's one lad who has given sides a few problems, Ellery Hanley. Ella. To Kiss. Penalty. Yes, attempting to play the ball too south, but he dropped it. He doesn't like it, but he'll have to put up with it. Get back, says referee Holdsworth. And in these conditions now, that three-point lead beginning to look a very good one now for Wigan. To Burton. Harkin. Kelly. "15 minutes gone in this second half, and defence is on top, Alan.
Yes, both sides tackling well. Not the highest standard of rugby which we'd expect, Ray, but Hull Kingston Rovers wide. It's only 7-4. They're always another chance.
Oh, that's a good ball to Lydiard. Significant again, it was that loose forward Gavin Miller getting the ball out of the tackle. Six tackle coming up. Here's a chance, a 4-2 here. That's a good long ball to David Laws. Is it in the corner? Yes, a magnificent pass. Magnificent pass to David Laws. And how delighted must that Hull Kingston Rovers bench be. But it was the pass that made it from Gordon Smith. I was talking about the distribution and the movement of the ball from those two half-backs, Smith and Harkin, and that's what's made that try.
Well, we did say that as long as Hull Kingston Rovers was at this score, there's a chance. But just look at this for a magnificent ball. If there's a pass of the this surely would be it. An absolutely cracking pass. David Laws gets the ball. This takes some scoring here. Runs round Raymart, and that's a good try indeed.
Yes, Alec, David Laws scored the try, but it was the Gordon Smith pass to John Doherty, and then that magnificently floated pass out from John Doherty. But that's what wingmen have got to do. They've got to score them, and that's David Laws' 10th of the season. But John Doherty hasn't left himself with an easy kick. But at least this time he has a wind behind him. He could loft this ball high and possibly swirl it in. Great concentration, this lad. It's a high one, but no, nowhere near the posts.
Well, against all the odds here, Hull Kingston Rovers have pulled one out of the bags. A beautiful ball from Smith, but watch this for a magnificent pass from John Doherty, and gets the Laws into the corner, and that is a very good try, and what a time to score it.
Wigan then now behind the first time in the match.
It'll be interesting to see, Ray, what kind of tactics now is adopted by Wilkinson Rovers. They've got a wind which is absolutely tearing down the field. The snow's blowing in the Wigan's faces, and I'm just wondering, will we see a lot of deep balls in the Wigan's half?
And of course they can afford to put this ball down to touch, Ali, because they've got a 2-1 scrum possession.
Yes, I think the forwards are doing a magnificent job. They're holding the ball in the middle, and they're doing the basics right.
But there are the basics. Oh, that's well taken by Hampson. It's a good way. The touch judges, Mr. Lloyd spotted something there, but I think Mr. Holsworth had seen it already. A sly punch in the tackle. Wigan now looking to pull this game back. Fierce run there from Dowling. Wigan haven't been beaten in the Rugby League since September. 17 matches, only one draw. Oh, good switch by Ella. It's a good way. Good ball to Mort. Very difficult conditions for this Ray Mort, the South African out. I bet he's never played in snow coming down like this. To Kiss. Forward. Wigan pack just having a word together there, possibly hoping to counteract this strong front row. That's Wigan ball against the head to Ella. Handley. Oh, that's a good pass. Good way. Dutois. Wigan now looking something like their own selves. 5 tackles to go. 1 point difference. 8 points to 7 to Rovers. To Gill. The ball overlap here. Michael Ford is in the corner. Well, that's the reply to give, say Wigan. And Rob Lowe, the ex-Springbok captain there on the Wigan bench, he's delighted with that, but no more delighted than youngster Michael Ford. Excellent try.
Well, this is the kind of football which Wigan should be playing. This is what they're good at, moving the ball, quick play the balls. Lovely pair of hands in, just look who's in. Gill, Steve Ella, Michael Ford. I bet he wished he could have these chances every week. What a simple try.
Andy Goodway just having a word with this youngster. Making his way in the game, this lad, the top try scorer for our scrum half in the First Division. That's his 13th try this season. Good backing up. And another difficult kick. Really is very difficult kicking conditions for these goal kickers. But David Stevenson already got one to his credit in this match. Let's see if he can master the wind, the snow. He can't. So Wigan 11 points to 8 now.
And this is what Wigan do best in. It's very interesting to see the numbers here. Numbers 8, 5, 6 and 7 from Gill to Ella to Ford. Michael Ford, he cannot believe his luck. This is a good try and a very important try. So
Wilkinson Rovers have everything to do again. Goodway. Yes, and a punch from Gavin Miller. And I think he knows it. But a silly punch, really, because all that it does, it loses you 15, 20 yards. It gives Wigan 6 more tackles.
I think it normally finds, Ray, that once a try has been scored by a side, they can start throwing the ball about. And I do believe that if Wigan start moving this ball out wide, they've got lots of chances, because Old Kingston are being drawn in the middle every time they have the ball.
Kiss. Looking for a gap on the outside there. Very clever play from Nicky Kiss. He spotted the weakness there, that the wingman had been pulled inside. Wigan now moving this ball for all the worth. Stevenson. Hanlon. Let me up, says Ellery. Goodway is coming more and more into the game now, Al.
Yes, he's probably getting involved in the game, Ray, but I still believe that if Wigan start moving this ball out wide, they'll cause a lot of problems to Kingston Rovers.
Significant to see both sides kicking to that far corner. That's where the wind's swirling about. Very difficult for the wingmen and the fullback there. Smith, good play that, very, very good play, very adventurous play in your own 25. Gary Clark. Well, every time we're on the TV with a match, this boy Gary Clark seems to pick up a good try for us. He hasn't yet. Play on to Miller. Stevens. And a knockout. A penalty against Wigan, yes, for talking. Against David Stevenson. Stevenson didn't like it, but referee Mr. Holsworth calling him out, just putting him in his place. I'm in charge, lad. If you don't like it, you can get off, he says. Having a good game, the referee, Mr. Holsworth, Alan.
Yes, he's probably one of the top referees in the country, Ray, and he'll stand no nonsense like this. This is a very interesting decision now, which John Dorey is going to kick for goal, knowing that this will pull his side back to 1 point.
It's a very long kick, 40 yards. But he does have that very strong driving wind behind him. And an extra 2 points at this stage would really put his side in good heart. He hasn't kicked any yet. Vital kick this then, I think, for Hull Kingston Rovers. Those Wigan fans willing the ball not to go between the uprights. But he's not kicking well. Ella. So still 11 points to 8 for Wigan. And that's a bad knock-on. Gives Hull Kingston Rovers pack again the chance to get this ball in the Wigan 25. Lydiot's in the line, but well read by his opposite number. Steve Hampson came in there, saw Lydiot coming in, took him out in the tackle to Emma. But Rovers now 15 yards from the Wigan line, looking for the vital try. But Hull Kingston Rovers, the holders of this trophy. Smith again, just Harkin and Smith at the hub of this Hull Kingston Rovers side, weaving, dodging, moving the ball out, trying to make the play to Miller. No, too deep. If anything, Ali, that ball wanted slanting wider, didn't it?
Yes, or probably, you know, long ball out to the wing. But this is about the part of the field which Hull Kingston Rovers can score tries. And you'll find that Wigan will just play the 6 tackles and put the ball deep down the field if they can.
To West. Good run from Dutoit there. Ella. John Lydiot. Only the standing full-back for Great Britain international George Fairbairn, but certainly stamped an impression on this game. Too close. Ella. That's a good pass. To Hanley. That's a better one, out to Dowling. To Mort. To Wing. Had a good game, this lad, only 21 years of age, the captain of the Great Britain under-21 side. Good win. But no. And very, very silly there. A promising attack by Wigan stopped. I'm afraid Sean Wayne not very, very happy at that tackle from Peter Johnson. But if you're in possession of the ball, you get away very, very quickly. You don't mess about. And a little bit of ankle trouble for Henderson Gill. He really enjoys telling these people off, I think, John Holsworth. Penalty to Hull Kingston Rovers, but this is good refereeing here. He's having a word with Peter Johnson, saying, look, I've given the infringement, but you were involved as well. Oh, good ball to Kelly.
I think really now, Ray, that Hull Kingston Rovers have got to throw caution to the wind and move this ball out wide, because they've not got much chance of the way they're playing by taking the ball in 1s and 2s.
Rovers now got to do something desperate. Harkin to Johnson. Not many spectacular tries this afternoon, but I think this 17,500 crowd have certainly enjoyed an absorbing battle here between the forwards. But this is good stuff from Rovers. Out to Clark. And Peter Johnson looks to be in some difficulty there with that ankle. To Miller. 6 tackle now. Wigan under pressure. Harkin. Difficult there for Paul Harkin. He tried to kick, and it looks as if Peter Johnson's going off. To Dowling. Dutois. Forward. A good kick now, pushing Hulkinson Rovers back. Wigan are in the lead. Wigan know that they've got to keep them down here. To Lydia. Had a very brave game, this John Lydia. Kelly. Harkin, that looks a good kick. Well, a dropout. Steve Hansen tried to stop it just as he tried to do. Ian Robinson there, number 14, coming on for Hulkinson Rovers, and Sean Edwards coming on for Wigan. It looks to be Ian Robinson coming on for Peter Johnson, of course. And Henderson Gill looks to be coming off for Wigan. To Clark. And youngster there, Sean Edwards, I'm sure eager to get into the game. Must have been sat very, very cold on that bench. To Miller. Five minutes remaining in this match. Still that 3-point difference. Wigan 11, Hulkinson Rovers 8. Smith. Yes, and a penalty. It looks a penalty. Chris Burton being sent off. No hesitation from referee John Holsworth. Burton being sent for an off-the-ball incident. And the Wigan player had no part in the game.
Well, I think this is a very, very silly sending off indeed. Chris Burton here, he misses the ball, maybe a bit frustrated, but just look at that for the elbow. Now, what he shouldn't get for that, I don't know. He's got an early bath, but he could also broke his jaw.
And it looks to be Sean Wayne, I think, or Andy Goodway. Sean Wayne. A very bad knock to the jaw, but I think that cold sponge will bring him round a bit. I think he's going to be okay. And a strong, decisive piece of refereeing there from John Holsworth. So Hulkinson Rovers then, only 12 men and less than 5 minutes to go. Still 3-point deficit. Hanley to Dowling. Wayne. Nice to see Sean Wayne fit again, back in the fray. Oh, nice interception there. Saved a very, very tricky situation. If Hanley had got hold of that ball. But Miller read the situation well. To Emma. 3 minutes to go. Rovers 3 points down. I doubt, Ali, whether they've got the speed in midfield to go all the length of the field.
Well, I wouldn't think so, Ray, but they've only got one man on the park who can go the full length of the field, and that is number 2, Gary Clark. And that is the chance they've got to take, because they'll never break Wigan down playing in the middle like they are now. They're going stronger and stronger as the game goes on.
And that's the lad. He picked up a try against Halifax in the first round, and the semi-final against St Helens. He's the man they've got to get the ball to. And the 6th tackle. To Dorahy. Chip through. Oh, well read. and very brave. But a penalty against Graham West, I think, for interfering with Doherty as he was coming through for the kick. And again, Alec, a lack of professionalism, a silly thing to do there.
Yes, and it's a very silly thing to do when you think you're 3 points in front with 3 minutes left for play. And if this costs Wigan the match, I think Graham West will take a long hard look at this game.
And suddenly, as skipper of Wigan, he finds himself back on his own line. Rovers then, 6 tackles, minute ticking away now to Gavin Miller. 5 tackles to go. Rovers 3 points behind. To Gordon Smith. John Doherty. Oh, good tackle there from Greg Dowling. Smith. Kelly. A minute to go. Rovers on the attack. Last chance. A try would clinch it. Oh, there's a good long ball out to Lydiot. And the 6th tackle coming up. I think a kick here, Alec.
Yes, I think you'll find the ball up in the area. I'll just one through, Ray. It's been very interesting. It's the last chance all Kingston Rovers has got, and to be quite honest, this is the tactic they've got to take. They've got to take chances because I think they've not got enough pace outside, and we're going to tackle him well.
Well, I think this is their last chance, Alec. A drop out to Wigan. They'll be looking for a long kick. Well, it's not long enough to Gavin Miller. Seconds to go. Can Hull Kingston Rovers, the holders of this trophy, hold on to it with a final second clinching try? To Smith. Kelly. Desperate tackling here from Wigan. Into injury time. Frantic defence on Wigan's part. An equally frantic attack here from Rovers. To Miller. Good pass. To Smith. Oh, here's a chance. No, Ella, but I don't think he'll be too disappointed with that. He stopped the movement, he stopped the action, and I think they'll settle and they'll be very, very happy with the scrum. And it's Paul Harkin, the man of the match. He was the man of the match in last year's final, and here he is again, number 7 there, putting the ball in. But he loses it, and I think that, Alec, is the most crucial heel of Nicky Kiss's career.
Yes, I think so. I think he might have won the man of the match, Ray, but I think he would have settled for winning that scrum because that is the last chance all Kingston Rovers will possibly get.
And Wigan surely now will just play through these tackles. Yes, Ella doing the right thing. What we have, we hold. 11 points to 8 in the lead. Wigan already won the Lancashire Cup final. Look likely to be taking this final, and already the bookmakers' favourites for the Challenge Cup final.
Well, I think what we've got to say, Ray, I don't think it's been the best final in the world for this class of football, but Wigan have done what's required of them. They've won the trophy, or I think they will win the trophy. Old Kingston Rovers have battled on bravely, and I think once Gary Prome and the other injuries was incurred, I think that was the chance of winning the trophy gone.
Wigan quite content to play out the game well into injury time now. Get down, yes. And a quick tap. No, it looks to be too deep. And it is. And I think man of the match, Paul Harkin, knows that that was possibly his side's last chance. Wigan again will now tap this ball. Sunny afternoon, and I think here at Hull Kingston Rovers, equally a very brave